Alright, welcome back to Adobe Illustrator CC. In this tutorial we're going to cover the spiral tool. So spiral tool is hidden underneath the line segment tool. I'm going to hold the mouse down on this tool and go down the tear out bar. Perhaps you were using the arc tool or some other tool. You can just basically hold down on that and go to the tear out bar and you have all these tools available. Now the spiral tool has some similarities to the arc tool. It does come out in the arc, but it wraps around itself essentially. Now, if you remember in the arc tool, you could flip it as you draw it out by hitting the F key. Unfortunately, that doesn't work for the hotkey for the spiral tool. You can hit the R key, however, and that will flip it. So as I draw it out, if I want to hit the R key, think of like reflect instead of flip. Basically, that's what you can do. If you click on the stage anywhere, you'll see the options here. So by default, I believe the radius, I can't remember exactly what it was in the default setting, but as I drew it out, you can see here it's 183 points. The decay is very important, 80%, and right now it has 10 segments. So I'm going to hit Control A or Command A on the Mac and basically select all, and then hit the backspace or delete key on the Mac to clear my stage here. As I draw it out, there's some other options. So if I hit the up arrow, I get more line segments that are basically creating more of a spiral effect. If I hit the down arrow, I get less line segments, as you can see here. Now I'm doing that interactively as I'm holding down the mouse. Okay, that's very important to realize. The other thing you can do is you can hold the control key or the command key on the Mac, and basically you can stretch out the spiral, literally pulling it out from itself. Or if you drag inwards, you get more of a concentric circle effect here with the spiral. So you can do that, or you can restate it back to what it was. So I'm going to leave it about there, and then now as I draw it out, you'll see what will happen. So again, you can hold Control or Command and spread it out or shrink it down. Now if you get this effect where it goes all over the place, don't worry about it. Just release and then click once in the stage here and reset the decay to 80%, and you can drop the segments back down to 10 and click OK, and now you'll see that you're back sort of to the normal spiral here. Another thing you can do, which I neglected to mention with the arc tool, these work kind of like shapes. You can hold down the space bar and basically reposition as you're drawing it out. Not terribly important, but sometimes it's kind of useful to do that. And of course you can click and sort of connect spiral to spiral to create some interesting shape here. Let me hit Control A Command A on the Mac to select all, and then hit the backspace or delete key, and we'll do a little design here real quick. So I'm going to select this, draw it out a little bit, and then I'm going to draw another one here. And basically what I'm going to do is rotate like this and then hold down space bar until the anchor points sort of overlap. If I wanted to connect these now, what I would use is the white arrow tool and select these two endpoints and then hit that hotkey Control J or Command J on the Mac. Again, that's under the object menu. Go down to Path and choose Join. And now this is one huge line segment. So you can create interesting designs that way. Another thing you can do, let's go ahead and delete that. When you draw out a spiral, you can basically convert it to a guide. I'm going to show you how to do that. Basically, I'm going to draw this out, add a few more line segments, and then release. And now I'm going to go to the View menu, go down to Guides, and basically right here you can choose Make Guides. And once you do that, you'll notice the color has changed, and now it is a guide. So if I open up my Layers palette and twirl open the bottom here, you'll see basically a guide layer has been sort of selected. Now what's interesting about this is now I could use my line segment tool and basically use the guide to kind of snap. For example, maybe I wanted like a spiral staircase or something like that. I could draw these line segments across the points here and keep going across, and so forth all the way down. I'm not going to do it all the way down, but I just wanted to show you a couple of them as I come in here and probably end something like that. But now, of course, you could finish off. You could convert this whole thing to a regular shape. You could have kept it, and if you wanted to have these curves to be part of it, I just thought it'd be kind of interesting to create your own custom little stairway here. And to remove the guides or to hide them, again, you go into the view menu. So under guides here, you can hide the guides, and there's a little hotkey there for you. Or you could go back, view guides, and show guides. And then of course you can go down to view guides and you can clear your guides and basically get rid of them completely. So that is basically the introduction to the spiral tool. Have fun with it and enjoy. See you soon in Adobe Illustrator CC.